We came here because we want to learn about the different environment that we have than in Nepal.
I think if you want to be successful as an incubator, you have to manage a lot of relations, not only within the school, but also out the school.
In Nepal, we have our own startup environment. UGC is supporting us, PUM was supporting us, but India is working on the startup for last 10 years maybe, rigorously. So we wanted to learn here what they are doing, how they are doing. Education system was changing. Moreover, market was changing, market was demanding different things. Market was looking for the students, those who have degree along with the capability. So for that, we need to establish such a center where students can experience those things while they are studying.
Because you are involved in building this incubator, what are you doing different than 5 years ago now?
We were struggling ourselves. We were taking help from the different accelerators. We didn't have our own course at that time.
You took the risk. You said, hey, we as a school, we have to invent ourselves. We invest based on our own money. We're going to do this. So you are now trying to make your leadership group, and you have to influence them.
So we call industries to our college, different industrialists to our college. We share our experience. We ask them what they do need in the industry so that we can give to our students.
You're watching SGT Pulse, and welcome to our program. We're going to have a short talk about incubation. And my name is Ignace. I'm a senior expert of incubation, work for a Dutch organization who find it very important that we help other universities to create ecosystem where entrepreneurship can be very, very healthy and successful. We are here at the Nexus Startup Bootcamp of SGT University, and I am talking with Niraj Shrestha from Hetauda Management School. He will explain who he is, and then we have a talk about the experience of the last week. We had a 5-day journey already, and all kind of topics related to entrepreneurship, ecosystems, and how you can help to develop a better world, so to say.
Thank you, Ignace. I'm Niraj Shrestha. I'm working as head of admission and outreach department at Hetauda School of Management, Hetauda, Nepal. So we are here at the Nexus Bootcamp organized by SGT University. Yeah. So it has been a wonderful journey over here. In these last 4 days, we have a roller coaster ride. So we learned lots of things about the startup journey, incubation center, how incubation center should work, yeah. What are the things that we can improve. This is what we have been learning in last 4 days. So we have one more. I think we have one more day tomorrow.
Yeah.
To finalize the event.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, we know each other already for more than a couple of years.
Yes.
Because I also worked in Nepal and at the Hetauda School of Management. Why did you came to India? Because you're a very experienced organizer of bootcamps yourself.
Actually, from 2019, Hetauda School of Management, Hetauda, we were teaching as a normal educational institute in Nepal.
Yep.
But later on, we thought that we need some experiential learning platform.
Yep.
And then we started Incubation Center at our own college. Previously, we named it as a Business Incubation Center, BIC. Later on, we renamed it, we rebranded it as iHub, Innovation Hub.
Yep.
And from last 5 years, we have been organizing various boot camps, sessions to the different startups at our college. Until now, we have around 17 startups that has enrolled in our college, and we have graduated them, and the process is going on. And last year, we even organized an international conference for capacity development, for innovation and entrepreneurship. So why we came here? Because we want to learn about the different environment that we have than in Nepal. Good. So in Nepal, we have our own startup environment. UGC is supporting us, PUM was supporting us, but India is working on the startup for last 10 years, maybe rigorously. So we wanted to learn here what they are doing, how they are doing. ACIC here at SGT is doing a very good job. So we want to learn from them what they are doing, how they are doing, and what are the impact they have produced, so that we can take that to our home.
If we go into detail, because I know, and I like the way you called your incubation center, it's iHub. I get some idea what you mean by that. You want to be connected probably, in a modern, new way, so to say. Just start at the beginning maybe, because 5 years ago, you started with Hetauda School of Management to start an incubator. Why did you do that?
Education system was changing. Moreover, we, as I told before, at Hetauda School of Management, we were providing a traditional system of education where students used to come to the college, they used to attend lectures, they used to appear in the exam, they get passed, they get marks, they go out of the university. But market was changing, market was demanding different thing. Market was looking for the students, those who have degree along with the capability.
Okay.
So for that, we need to establish such a center where students can experience those things while they are studying.
Okay, and because I always say that it's important, if you start an incubation center, you have to think in a different way. You have to think outside in. So you're not a school, you have to be aware of what's happening outside the school and bring that into the school. Are you agreeing with that?
Yes, exactly. We are doing the same thing. When students get enrolled into our incubation center, we have our own program known as Udyami Pathshala. When students get enrolled into the program, first of all, they come with the business idea, or they come with the enthusiasm to start a startup. So when they come to our business incubation center, first of all, they have to find the problems and they have to discover the probable solution for those problems.
Okay.
And when they find the probable solutions, then the experts in our incubation centers will help them to convert those ideas into business. So they have to go to the market, they have to look for the problems, they have to they have to find the solutions, and then they have to implement those solutions.
Okay. Let's go into detail, because I think if you are changing the way you think in the school, it can be a problem for teachers who are not used to that. And maybe it's also that you as an incubator center has to be in both worlds, inside the school, outside the school. You have to combine all and become successful also in convincing teachers, schools, that it's important to do this. How did you do that? Do you agree? That's the first question.
Yes.
Second one, how did you do that?
I do agree. We are at the 4th cohort of our incubation center. For the first 3 years, we were closed. We were only for our students. We provided each and every services to the students, those who were studying at our colleges. But at the 4th cohort, what we decided that now it is the time that we need to go outside the box. Okay. We need to provide all these services to the people, those who are living in and around Hetauda.
Yeah.
So for the first time this year, we went as an open incubation center. We asked for the application for the people, those who are sitting in and around Hetauda. So we have been successful as well. Few of the people came with the ideas of business in this cohort. So though they are not the students as well. Some of them are just a housemaker, homemaker. Some of them were doing agriculture in traditional way. They came to our college, they showed interest in the incubation, and they have enrolled. And as far as about the teachers, even we are planning to do we are planning to do this, but recently our teachers are rigorously involved in research purpose now. They are into the research. Maybe after successful research, they will come to the incubations.
Yes.
Because research is necessary.
Absolutely. We talked already a little bit in the course, in the bootcamp itself. We had some kind of workshop about, okay, you have to create some kind of leadership group in your area. So because Hetauda, you are a leading school there, but there are also leading companies, and maybe there's a mayor who says, hey, this is very important that we create this ecosystem where entrepreneurship is easy. That means a lot of things, because government has to talk with entrepreneurs. That's not always easy. You also have to take into account a lot of other dynamics. So as a school, you also have to stretch your own brain. How did you do that?
Okay, before to answer this question, let me tell about our place, Hetauda. Hetauda is one of the city in Bagmati province. It is also the capital of Bagmati province of Nepal.
Yeah, I've been there. It was nice.
Yes. And one more thing, Hetauda is the one of the industrial area of Nepal where there are lots of industries. There are multinational companies like Asian Paints. There are multinational companies like Unilever. There are lots of cement factories and other various industries are working in and around Hetauda.
So it's an upcoming area.
Yeah. And secondly, it is the province capital now. So there are lots of government officials, ministries are there in Hetauda.
Okay.
So these days now, we have expanded our horizon that we are trying to collaborate with all these kinds of things. As we are talking today, from tomorrow, industry academia dialogue is happening in our college in collaboration with the various industrialists and UGC at our college. So these are the things that we are doing. And before we came here at this SGT University, we had talked with the Ministry of Industries of Bagmati province.
Yep.
So we had submitted some proposal to them. They were interested in our incubation center.
Yeah.
They have shown interest, that they were happy that being a private organization, we are doing a lot in and around Hetauda. So they have shown interest. So we are collaborating with each and every possible institution over there in Hetauda.
I know that in Nepal there's also a lot happening related to startup policy making. Huh? So I think it was in 2023 there was the first conference about the startup community of Nepal.
Startup Nation 2030.
That's right. You're correct. And there, on a top level, they say it's important that we support that kind of initiatives. Huh? So because you are involved in building this incubator, what are you doing different than 5 years ago now?
Okay, 5 years ago, we were struggling ourselves. We were taking help from the different accelerators, those who were working into the Kathmandu Valley in the field of startup.
Yeah.
So we didn't have our own course at that time, and we took support from them. They were helping as a mentor to us. They used to bring mentors. Even at the first year of incubation center, we didn't have our own space as an incubation center. And in second year, we created our own incubation center. And in third year, we created our own course now. We have our own course known as Udyami Pathshala. We have created another course known as B School, which is implemented in the schools of student studying in the school 8, 9, 10. That will help them to enhance their entrepreneurial journey.
We have
To understand what entrepreneurship is. So we have, in first years, we're struggling ourselves. Now we have got our own infrastructures. We have our own business incubation center where students can come and explore their business. We have conference hall, we have meeting hall, each and everything. We have our courses, we have pool of mentors, we have pool of investors. And even now we have the people, like-minded people connected to us, those who want to contribute to this ecosystem.
We have a secret. We know we have a shared secret because we have a manager of the incubation center who's watching at us now.
Yes.
But what you describe here, that you did a lot of new activities, that takes a lot of energy, a lot of new structures. How big is your team related to the incubator?
Right now, we have a team of around 10 to 12 people.
We are working on a daily basis?
Yes, on daily basis. But out of these 12 people, we have 3 people dedicated towards incubation centers.
Okay. So 3 people every day busy, focus on what can be the program, what is the relation with this outer world, and how can we combine that in chances for incubation. So that's a lot of time, but that's means also a lot of investments from you as a school.
Hetauda School of Management, being a private organization, has invested a lot on this because future is the startup, future is innovation. Even we don't know, one day the startup, those who have joined us as a small business today, maybe going to be a unicorn tomorrow. Who knows?
It will come back maybe.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe one day we can contribute to the GDP of country.
So if I understand you well, you took the risk. You said, hey, we as a school, we have to invent ourselves. We invest based on our own money. We're going to do this. Now you're 5 years further, and we discussed about, okay, the future. Developments go fast. You have to change probably your business model. So you may be in the next phase of changing things. Is that correct?
Yes. Hetauda School of the Business Incubation Center at Hetauda School of Management is till now we are running as a on-campus based incubation center. We are totally funded by the college, by our owners, by our proprietors. But now we are planning to change the model. We might go as a separate entity. We are planning to go make our business incubation center as a separate entity, which will stand as a separate legal business, maybe a non-profit organization, or maybe something like that, where maybe Hetauda School of Management will contribute, maybe public institutions will contribute, or maybe some other like-minded organization or people will contribute to develop the ecosystem at Hetauda.
Okay, we were talking about you as a person. You can connect and network very well, probably. I think if you want to be successful as an incubator, you have to manage a lot of relations, not only within the school, but also out the school. It can be the mayor, it can be a big corporate professional you have to influence, because you don't have the power that they say, hey, we're going to support you as a Hetauda School of Management. So you are now trying to make your leadership group, and you have to influence them, convince them the importance of it. How do you do that?
First of all, that we are working with you. This is how we are building a network. That we are here. That we ask if there's any problem. We ask you.
You show you're busy.
We show you our problems. You are there to help us. We are connecting with you. This is how we are building networks. And in our locality also, time and again we called different people from the different organizations. Lately, before we come back here, the secretary from the Bagmati Province Ministry of Industry came to visit we invited her.
Yep.
She came to visit our college. We showed the infrastructure. We showed what we are doing here. And we showed the prospect, what it can create impact in the society later on.
Yep.
And then she was impressed with us. She was happy for what we are doing. So this is how we are developing the network. So we call industries to our college, different industrialists to our college. We share our experience. We ask them what they do need in the industry so that we can give to our students. So as I mentioned earlier, tomorrow at our college, as we're talking here, tomorrow at our college, we are having industry academia dialogue. So lots of industrialists will be coming to the college. Academicians from our college, even from the university will be coming. So we will be having a dialogue over there.
Nice.
So these are the things how we maintain relationships.
What I already learned, and maybe you can reflect on that, there's a famous saying that if you want to be successful in doing business, you have to know people. It's business people.
Yes, exactly.
And I think it's the same in building an incubator, because you have to speak the language of an entrepreneur, you have to speak the language of a government, you have to speak also the language of a teacher, a professor, researcher. So you have a different ball game than just teaching now. So how do you organize that in your own incubator?
Inside our incubation center, so we are learning, basically. We are learning. So inside our incubation centers, first of all, we have different sessions for students. We even organize different sessions for teachers. So we had planned lots of sessions. For example, we are organizing a session on design thinking next week at our college in Hetauda, where the students, teachers, we all participate together. We are having 5-day long session on design thinking. So all these courses and the sessions that we design for ourselves as well. That design, I'll be participating in that design thinking session.
So you learn from it yourself also.
So this is how we learn. This is how we are learning, and we have a team.
Yeah.
The team that we are working together.
Yeah.
We are ready to help each other in any way.
Yeah. For those who are learning or are listening to the podcast, we do a lot about business model canvas, about value proposition, how you can be creative, how you can also, and that's also a culture thing, how you can express yourself so you're very clear in your ambition. You have to create a vision as an incubator, and it's some kind of play you have to do with the politicians. It's also doing politics a little bit.
Politics. Is this correct?
Maybe that's a difficult word. We call it in our country. I'm from the Netherlands. It's also doing, as an incubator, if you're the manager, you have to be on different fields. And that's what I mean.
Actually,
with
I'm not
politics.
a manager of incubation.
No,
center. Our manager is watching here. But as a manager of incubation centers, he or she, those who is managing incubation center, is not only the person who knows business. She need to know leadership. She need to have interpersonal skill.
Yeah.
She need to know how to talk with the people from different, maybe he or she need to go to meet the mayor of Hetauda, maybe he or she need to go and meet some industrialist, maybe some high government officials. At that time, she need to have knowledge, he or she need to have knowledge of each and everything. Most important thing is the interpersonal skill.
Yeah.
Interpersonal communicating skill is the most.
Yeah, what I learned when I was in the Netherlands, because we started building ecosystem on entrepreneurship. Well, we started a long time ago, but 15 years ago, not that long. What I learned that if you are the chief of an incubator center, you have to be very extrovert. You have to be very curious and also create new things. Because if you manage an incubator, that's something different than if you develop an incubator. So you have to be in some way be an entrepreneur yourself. Even if you're not, then you're an intrapreneur. Do you agree with that profile?
Yes, exactly. Although I'm not involved in all these kinds of things, but to run a successful incubation center, the one who is leading the incubation center do need to have an entrepreneurial mindset.
Yeah.
For that, he or she might have their own business or should have an intrapreneur, as you mentioned before.
Yep.
Should be an entrepreneur, should know the business process, should know how business works, should know the local laws, should know the process of the government, how tax are paid, how business are registered, how business are renewed each and every year.
Yeah.
Need to know each and every kind of. So to be a leader of an incubation center, or to be an incubator, should know the business process of the local area.
Yeah.
For me, for my place, the business leader of my business incubation center need to know the laws and each and everything.
Politics, what is at stake for the Unilever company in your region, etc., etc. You don't have the power as an incubator center, as a manager, to say, hey, you have to do this. So you have to convince them with your mind and your ideas. You have to create some kind of mission support by all these players. That's why I mean, it's an easy thing to say, difficult done.
Difficult to do. So basically, for now, maybe before 5 years, Hetauda School of Management started it as an internal entity. So now what we think is that people are understanding at our local area as well. For example, Association of Industries at Hetauda, what we call AIM, they are actively organizing different sessions on startups, incubations, and these innovations. And there are other colleges those has started incubation. That means the ecosystem is growing.
Okay. Now maybe a tough question, but I think it's very important also for you. I see her, you don't see her, but I think what did change due to now you have your iHub to the curriculum of your school?
Oh, very sorry to say, the curriculums are designed by university.
Yep.
And we are just a private college following the curriculums. We do not have rights to change the curriculum that has been designed by university. But what we do at our college, we provide different CCAs, co-curricular activities.
You manage around it.
And different other kinds of sessions to the student. Yep. Though we cannot change the course of the university, we can add value.
Yep.
We are adding values by providing different session courses. There is a dedicated cell in our college, student development cell, which manages all these kinds of things at our college.
Yep.
They provide various courses which add value to the course of university, though we cannot change.
So we had a boot camp and we talk a lot. We have a lot of ideas about, okay, what is value proposition and how can you pitch? But it was also about that, okay, how can I change the curriculum? That's in our country, in the Netherlands, it's a main discussion now. You can do a lot of boot camps. In a boot camp, you have 5 days to influence a group of students and people who want to become an entrepreneur and say, hey, we teach you a little bit about what is a value proposition. We teach about tools. And in the end, after 5 days, say, bye-bye, good luck. But in our country now, we say, hey, we have to make that more structural because the impact can be much bigger then. So I'm also a business coach for the University of Amsterdam, where I teach as a business coach 3 and 4 years biomedical students. If they have some kind of idea based on research, they can bring it to the market. it needs a different mindset. You don't do that in a split second. So you have to guide them. They can now follow a course for 4 months, and they are trained. They are inspired by persons outside the curriculum, outside the school, about research, about regulations, about intellectual property, that kind of thing. So there is a movement going on that, okay, based on the needs from the outside world, we have to change the curriculum. That's why we are thinking about, okay, the national law is very important that they can facilitate, the educational system can facilitate that. Do you see some movements there in your country?
In Nepal, maybe there was a movement of Startup Nepal 2030.
Yeah.
Back in 2023, I think, I might be wrong with the date, but after that movement, the government and all other parties what they might have realized that the startups and all these kinds of things are necessary to build the ecosystem, to build the economical status, to even develop the economical status of the country. Yeah. So lately they are formulating some kinds of rules. There's back 1 or 2 years back, I think I do remember that they have produced some kinds of, not exactly law, but they have produced something
to widen the possibilities.
So how they will be supporting incubation centers, startups. Even they have provided the scheme to provide that loan, soft loan to the startups that with very few or no interest.
And there's now a University Grant Commission also for all over the...
Exactly. So University Grant Commission, UGC, is helping startups in a lot way. They are supporting with finance. Even in our college at Hetauda School of Management, we have our own fund to give to provide to the startups, where we have been providing these funds as a seed funds to the students. They are doing pretty well.
Yeah. So that's a nice thing that you can say it's a two-way direction of change, because you start as Hetauda your own iHub. So you push up the idea, and government probably say, hey, that's interesting what's happening there. And now it takes a year, maybe a couple of years,
hope so,
that they change. But from both sides you have to change, so to say. So that's nice. But now we are in India.
Yes.
I've been in India before, in Sikkim, but it's the first time in Delhi. Do you know Delhi well?
This is my second time in Delhi.
Okay.
I know Delhi, but not much. I know it is one of the, it is the capital city of India, and it is one of the business hubs.
It's green.
It's green as well,
it's
but
green,
it's hot.
Clean. Yep. It's very hot. Yeah. Now it's 38 degrees. In our country, we say when it's 24 degrees, it's hot. So, but also for you, it was a little hot, huh?
Yeah, it's hot for us as well, because we do have a hotter area in Nepal, but we don't experience all these kinds of things at our place in Hetauda, at least.
So now we're in India, and it's my first time I'm in Delhi for more than a couple of days. So what is your impression about the university, SGT University, and also maybe about the boot camp, how they organize it? What are your reflections about that?
SGT itself is pretty big.
Yeah, for me too.
When we came first here, we came by cab, and we went to the main gate, I think, and we were asked to go to gate number 4. And there was a gate number 2, then there was a gate number 3, and then there was a gate number 4. We thought this was the last gate, but we came inside the gate number 4, and then there was still some other gate, 5, 6. So university is pretty big. University itself has a vibrant environment. So I'm very happy to come here. And talking about bootcamp, ACIC has done pretty good. They have been able to bring lots of people, aspiring entrepreneurs.
2 weeks,
2 weeks
in a row.
Though we are at the second part of the week, they have organized pretty well. So we are having on-campus boot camps that we are sitting here at the residence. They have provided us very good.
But you enjoyed it and you learned new things.
Yes, we are enjoying a lot.
Okay.
We are enjoying a lot. We are learning a lot. So
networking
a lot. So we can meet. We have met the aspiring entrepreneurs of age 17 as well.
I was amazed by it.
Yeah.
70-year-old guys.
A 70-year-old guy.
Already had a demo of new glasses.
70-year-old guy working on the IoT things, designing spectacles which can help the drivers. Amazing.
Yeah.
startup culture at India is amazing.
We should make an advertisement why Incubation is so important, because it's a place where you get inspired, where you learn people,
Yes.
where you can become an entrepreneur. If not, you get so many ideas about society. So I think we have to wrap up a little bit. Maybe there's one last thing you want to share or say, or you're done.
I'd like to talk about our place only. So at Hetauda School of Management, we have been doing a lot of things. So we're learning. We are getting support from people like you, from UGC, and we have come here to learn a lot of things. So we are also creating an ecosystem over there. We're trying to create an ecosystem. We have organized a conference, as I told previously, and we will also be organizing a conference next year to boost the ecosystem of Hetauda.
Yeah.
So we'd like to invite everybody to join us. Those who are watching this podcast, maybe join us or inquire us at our
They have
college.
to follow the activities of you.
Yes, you can follow us. We can find
I don't
us
know
in
who's listening
social
to us,
media. So we are more than happy. And at last, we'd like to thank SGT, ACIC for organizing such a great events and inviting us and giving us opportunity to learn, to share our experience. We'll be sharing our experience tomorrow as well on pitching session. So this is it from my side.
What I can say and add is that I was already in Hetauda 2 years ago. It's a nice place. You organize a very well inspiring conference.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward for the second. That was it. See you. Bye-bye.